Alright, hey guys, it's Mike Hill, or some people would know me as the person with the upload schedule that is probably on par with. Uh, I was busy. I didn't post because I was graduating slash crunching numbers to graduate. I was working hard to get that done. So I do apologize for everybody that I let down. Uh, it's been a month since the last upload, so we will be fixing the upload schedule for sure. So, just know that there's going to be more uploads coming. I just got to, remember that I have a YouTube channel sometimes. Anyway, I do see how much attention the last video got. That was kind of fire. I loved that. I did watch that progress throughout the week when it got to that high of view count. I was so hype. Thank you everybody for your support, the new subscribers, likes, comments, everything. Do appreciate y'all pushing my content out there. And yeah. So before we get into the next subject, I do want to say that I have worked on a upload for the Idiot Craft series, but I am trashing the second episode. I'm just going to restart because the only thing I did was get an iron set of armor, and that's it. I have not progressed at all. So we're just gonna pick up where I left off. I might throw some clips in of the other video that I already recorded. I haven't edited it, so I'll edit a few clips and put them in the next video for Idiot Craft. Just figured I'd let y'all know that that series is not dead. It will be coming back. It will return in Avengers Doomsday, I swear. So today's subject, dear God, today's subject is going to be about the worst types of gamers. There's multiple types of gamers, and some people don't know about the list slash categories. So today we're going to be breaking them down and explaining why some gamers suck and why some gamers are superior to others. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so the first, category, these aren't going to be ranked yet. We're going to rank them at the end of the video, just so y'all know. This is not in any particular order right now. The first list of gamers that are the worst types of gamers, man, we're going to go with sport gamers. Because they're so close-minded. They buy a game every year. It's the same game as the last game they bought, but with another number on it. And in that way, they're not able to progress their characters like they're My Career players or whatever it is. I don't know. I know that's something in 2K. They aren't able to fully progress in one game before going to a new profile in the next game. And there's really no need to have a new game drop every single year for Madden, for NBA 2K, for fucking MLB The Show, or FIFA. There's no point. Why are we doing this? Why are we spending millions of gaming research slash gaming development on games that are just a direct copy and paste from last one to throw it out so people would spend another $70 the next year? It's so stupid. But not only that, some people in that group think genuinely that people that play story games are not real gamers because it's not as competitive, in quotations. That's also a wrong statement. Me personally, I don't agree with that. But who knows? I don't really play many games anymore. I was big on the Lego Batman and Swap Force Skylanders. So, I might not be a giant gamer now, but listen, I had a prime, and that was Halo 3 on the Xbox 360. So, which is weird. I was like 6 when I was playing that, and it was outdated. So, just know that. But yeah, man, people that play Madden and buy the next Madden every year and gripe on others for not playing sport games, they're just so close-minded. Why would you even... You're not supposed to be in the gaming section, bro. Go outside and play the sport, bro. Everybody can go outside and play soccer, baseball, football, basketball. Not everybody can go outside and just start shooting people, okay? That's why we have the video games. Not everybody can just start swinging swords around, alright? Let the video game be video game stuff, bro. I want to be able to play parkour video games. I can't jump off a building. I'm not going to survive that. That's stupid. That's really stupid. So, like, can we let video games be video games, bro? I swear, man. But the next list of people let video games be a little bit too far into the fantasy, because we're going to be talking about gooner video game players, bro. Like, before I say that, I'm not talking about no femboy twink simulator on Steam that you bought for $5 and played 9,000 hours of. That is some loser shit. I don't even think that's a video game, to be honest. I think that's genuinely, bro, that's straight porn. Brother, what are we doing? But a real game that is gooner games, I would say is Endless Zone Zero, you know. I hate to throw Overwatch in there because, you know, I know there's some people that actually just play Overwatch for Overwatch, but come on, man. We all know. There's no hiding any of that from anybody. And, like, the Valorant, like, e-boys and e-girls that play there, like, what are we doing? Like, you're a grown adult human being, or you're 13. I don't know why there's such a weird, you know, it's such a split, you know. You're either, like, 12 or you're a grown-ass man doing some weird cringe shit. But that's how it is for some reason. So, like, can we either grow up or actually develop, like, mentally, so we don't get to that point? Maybe that's how they do it. They're starting them young, so then they're on a fast track to Dax level cringe. On God. But, like, gooner games like that, in a sense, like Genshin Impact, I wouldn't say that everybody that plays those games are gooners, but I'm not saying there's no correlation. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a correlation somewhere. I just, you know, it's not everybody, but it's most. It's most. I'm sorry. So the next type of, like, worst video game players, in a sense, would probably be the COD Glazers. Now, before I say this, I'm not talking about any Call of Duty made before, give or take, 2014. I must say that Call of Duty Ghosts, not a lot of people liked. That was probably the last good video. No, wait, hold on. I retract that statement. Black Ops 3 was banging. Advanced Warfare sucked. I think that's probably where we cut the line. I don't know exactly the years. I'll pop it up on the screen. But that is when Call of Duty stopped being about video games and started being about making money. It's when it stopped, like, being for the customer and started being for the owners, you know? Because, number one, COD points, really? What are we doing? This is not Fortnite. This is not Roblox. This is ridiculous. We had DLC, but you didn't have to pay for online coins to then pay for the DLC. And the DLC actually meant something back then. Whether it be like camos, or like a wolf pack for ghosts, or like having Snoop Dogg as your announcer, which was really lit. I actually bought that back in the day. Like, that stuff used to be fire, bro. Tell me why you could play as Nicki Minaj, you could play as Terrifier, you could play as, I think, Homelander, you could play as everybody known to man. Why am I able to play as a clown in Call of Duty Warzone? What are we doing? Why do we have a clown with an M14? This is ridiculous, man. We need to lock in, alright? We need to start making good Call of Duties and stop making just consumer slop. So after Call of Duty, you know, we have Rainbow Six players. Now, before I say anything, yes, I know there's a lot of people that love Rainbow Six, and it is a really strategic game. But if I ever hear somebody tell me to hop on Siege, I'm actually going to throw a controller at them before I throw it at my screen. Because, number one, I grew up on Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, fast-paced Call of Duty shooting. I did not grow up on, did you just hear that footstep 3 miles back in the building, that somebody's aiming through the window about to shoot you in the noggin because you're too close to their diffuser.
That's good aim! Yo, I'm picking this guy up on roller Saturday. I don't care. I don't have to play Thermite anymore. He's quick. Right. He heard it. Yo, I'm going to start twerking. I guarantee you this guy's champ. Listen for the carpet crinkle. He heard it. He heard the carpet crinkle. Listen. Right here. Rewind. He heard the carpet. He's nasty. No. He's nasty. Right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. He's lion scanned. He knew to move off of the lion scan because he knew he would stand still.
What are we doing? Why am I playing Battleship in game? Why am I playing chess in a shooter game? Why do I have to be so locked in on where this person is? Why am I playing a Hitman game? Why am I doing that? I'm not a trained Hitman. I'm just simply a run and gun, sniper only type of person. Why do I have to worry about where the footsteps are 3 miles away from me in this fuck-ass diffuser game? And I also really don't like diffuser games that much. Like, I love a generic Call of Duty-esque, free-for-all. I mean, Search and Destroy is the same thing. I never really was a big fan of it. But, like, Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Kill Confirmed, great video game modes, bro. I hate these bomb defusing, planting games, and they're everywhere. They're Valorant, they're CS:GO, they're Siege. It's so ridiculous, man. Why should I feel like a terrorist in every video game that I play? But the next group of, probably the last group of gamers that I personally have a burning hatred for are new Nintendo glazers. Now, I'm not talking old Nintendo glazers. I just bought a 3DS for nostalgia purposes, and I love the 3DS. I actually had one as a child, and it brought me back so many memories. It made me think of times where I didn't have to worry about paying for gas in this economy. But new Nintendo is not the same as old Nintendo. Even from 10 to 15 years ago, there is no correlation with those two. New Nintendo is sending out $70 to $100 video games that are literally just keys that you put into the game system in order for you to go online and download those games. Which, to be honest, that's how other game systems are. But, what are we doing? They're so expensive. They're only on Nintendo. Put a Mario game on an Xbox. I don't care how stupid it is. I have a couple of old Spider-Man games on my Xbox, bro. You ever played Spider-Man 3 on the original Xbox on the Xbox? Listen, everybody's going to be mad. Spider-Man is not a PlayStation exclusive, and soon we're going to have Steam on an Xbox anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Just Nintendo needs to start opening their eyes and seeing the potential they would have to making Nintendo games not exclusive to just Nintendo. I would understand a few of them. Put a couple of Mario games out there, put a couple of Sonic games out there, and maybe keep Pokemon as an exclusive. Because Pokemon and Animal Crossing, big titles, Tomodachi Life, whatever, they have certain categories that would be perfect for exclusive to Nintendo only. And then we could put Mario and Super Smash Bros. And stuff on other game systems. You know how sick it would be for all of my homies to bring over a controller and we all play Super Smash Bros. Instead of playing some bum-ass Brawlhalla or Brawl Stars or whatever that game is called? That's why Multiverse has failed. Dog. Smash Bros. Ultimate? Peak. Put it on Xbox or PlayStation or something, please. I beg of you. Now we're going to go through and rank these, going from 5 to 1, least worst to the worst known to man. Alright, number 5. I'm going to go with Rainbow Six players. Just because I feel like it's not as unintolerable as the other ones, and it's not as much of a toxic community. But there are some people that, you just see that play Rainbow Six and you're like, dude, get a job, a life, a female, somebody in your life, please. A therapist, anybody. So I'm going to put Rainbow Six players at number 5. So number 4, we're going to give it to the new Nintendo Glazers for sure. Because, Nintendo's still good games. I just hate the people that defend with their life the fact that, oh, Nintendo's not just trying to steal our money, they're trying to make us have fun. Dude, you're paying $70 for a DS cartridge on your Switch 2 that has nothing new. This is ridiculous. Alright, so number 3. Oh, I'm probably going to have to give it to the Gooner game players. Because, let's be honest, if you're not a Gooner game player... Ooh, that's hard to say 5 times fast. If you're not a Gooner game player, you're not really getting bothered by them. Unless you're scrolling on your Instagram feed and you get like a reel that's just absolutely heinous, you're not really bothered by them, you know? You can leave those guys to their own games and just let them live in peace. Let them live in whatever they want to live in. Number 2, I'm going to have to give it to the COD gamers because COD was fun at one point, and I feel like it's more of like a divorced dad coming back from his 40-hour-a-week job, just wanting to relax. You know, he's a forklift operator. He's just trying to get home and just chill and blow off some steam. And I get that. I respect that. But, like, you know, it gets to a point where the rest of the people that play the game are all just unintolerable people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put that at number 2, and I'm going to put number 1, the sport player fan base. Because, number 1, you're harping on video game players that play real man's video games. Let's be honest. You're playing a game where you're role-playing as somebody that's actually real playing basketball because you don't have it like that. Your handles are actually trash, so you go on the game to compensate for that. For no reason. Nobody asked you to do that. Nobody asked you to defend EA Sports. Nobody ever wants to defend EA Sports except for y'all. Just drop it, bro. What are we doing? If you're a real gamer, you're probably playing Steam games that are cheap and indie that you can play with your friends. That's some real gamer stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like some old niche games, I wouldn't say that's like quote-unquote real gamer stuff. I would say that's more of just a comfort gamer, you know what I'm saying? There's a level of gaming where it's comfort, and there's a level of gaming where it's competitive. There's a level of gaming where it's just, you know, I don't know. It just has levels, you know. So like if you're playing an old nostalgia type game set, you're more like a comfort player, you know. It brings you back to a certain time in your life. If you're playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2, you're valid for that. If you're playing Black Ops 7, you should not play the game anymore. What are we doing? But yeah, that's about it for this video. It was just mostly a throw together video. I needed to post something. It's literally been a month and I had nothing posted. I really do appreciate the support y'all gave me on my last video, and I hope this channel continues to grow, because this would be a really sick future for the viewers and me myself. So I have no merchandise. Do not look for merchandise from me. I'm just making content. Y'all have a wonderful day, and stay playing video games. And if I uploaded, Corey Kinshin can upload too. Let's go.
Yeah. Life and vanity, grown insanity. Dreams that cannot be, dreams I cannot be. Keys you handed me, I don't want to damage thee.